I'll be talking about the four bodies of sin. We suffer because of who we are inside. That is to say that we cannot modify our external circumstances because the causes of them live within us. So, if the cause are the same, the effect will always be the same. That is to say that if you continue to think in a particular mindset, or if you have a certain mindset and you have not trying to change it, it means that the effect, the result will continually be the same. So we need to pay attention. We need to be vigilant. We need to observe all the levels of our mind, because psyche, the world is universal. The universal is mental. If you want to understand the deeper aspect of this universe, we have to pay close attention and observe our mind, our psyche, because that is where the real problems begin. So we have to observe every aspect of our being. And again, we have to be cognizant. We have to be aware of our action, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we address people, and the way we address ourselves. Because these problems is deep rooted in us. And we have to, first of all, know what we are working with so that we can better analyze them, understand them, and change them. How can you change what you don't understand? So, the four bodies of sin, number one is the physical body. The physical body is the vessel through which we transmit all the energies that we receive from the universe. Part of that energy, let me say, for example, you are sleeping and you just wake up in the morning, you are filled with lots of energies. That's why we have nightmares in the morning. So that is when you have fully recharged, these astral parasites will come and attack, so that they can be able to waste those energies that we receive through the 5 gates of our senses, which we have to transform. We have to transmute those experiences, and most of the time we transform them poorly or improperly. The second one is the vital body, our energetic body. That's electronic, ethereal body that we use to dream. That body is the vital body, through which energy flow in and out on our psyche. Then the astral body, our emotional body. Maybe when you feel betrayed, or maybe you see somebody that you don't want to see, you see that turning on your tummy. That's the result of your body, of your emotion, or the astral body. So this body in us have turned to desires, and if you are not careful, those desires will keep on demanding from us, and we feed them unconsciously, and they get fat, disturbing us. And the fourth one is the mental body. The mental body is everything that results with our mind. We know that when you are thinking, you cannot even control the forces of our thoughts. We need to be aware of those thoughts so that we can be able to analyze. So if we think that we are the person talking, or our this is me talking, then who is listening? Somebody is listening. Sometimes that thought on your mind, you have to kind of think about it. This thing you are telling me to do, at what expense? At what cost would it result? Now, we call these four bodies of sin, or we address them this way because through these vessels, we commit our mistakes and we create suffering for ourselves and for others. Those four bodies have to be transformed, have to be cleansed, have to be transmuted in order to become a proper vessel for God to communicate through us. We have to establish this connection with God. For that reason, we have to cleanse our mind, cleanse our emotion. If we do that consistently, our action there will be change in our action positively, so that God can be able to work in us. Divinity does not associate with impurities. The same way oil cannot mix with water. We know an altar as a place of prayer that's supposed to be clean, well arranged. This is what we have to do with our energies. This is what we do with our body, so that God can speak through us and within us. So we have to purify our psychological temple, because our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and we have to purify it so that God can sit on the throne of our consciousness. Something else is sitting there, not divinity. Those mind, those egos, those idols, the idol. So far you have this idol of anger. Anger is the most strongest, and it has accompanies. It comes with pride and greed. These are one of those idols that we worship unconsciously, and this is what God doesn't want within us. The idol is the ego, and the ego is our inferior self, who must die within for God to be glorified himself upon our life. In Exodus chapter 20 verse 3, you shall have no other God before me. To have no other God means not to allow our defects or vices to govern our hearts, or to identify above God. This is what I have to talk about on my video today. And thanks for joining me today, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.